Welcome everyone to Devlog episode 4 of Monsta Choppa. This episode, kind of some good and bad news. I just want to talk about where the project is going, and development's going to change a bit for the foreseeable future. But to start off on some nice stuff, here's just some combat gameplay of how we're looking at this point. The core loop's in place, you load into the arena, enemies spawn. You got the waves and everything builds towards a boss fight. You have like the sound effects, music changes, different stages like I went through in the last video. Combat's very basic, but it's playable. It's just, nothing crazy. Like, you have weapons and they can damage enemies and enemies die. So that's where we go. A boring thing, but kind of like an important thing, is kind of bootstrapping the game, which is the loading screen you see at the start of games, like loading the data. But here's just what it looks like. It's just like a black cube area. Since it's VR, you can't do it 2D, it has to be 3D, so I just made like a big black box with a simple loading screen in front of you that you can look at. Then another big system I've been working on, which I have laid out here, is just saving and loading. So right now it just covers basic things like progression data, settings, and anything that needs to persist between gameplay sessions. So again, boring, but important and needed. And now for the important part, the future of this. So, bad news, if you're a fan of VR gaming. I am back working 5 days a week at my job, and turns out it's a new position I'm starting, but I kind of started this as a project to learn VR, and I did this with OpenXR, but turns out my work actually based theirs off of the Meta XR, and it's only been a week, but spending like 5 days a week, 9-hour days working with the Meta software, and then trying to transition back to the OpenXR Unity SDK. It's wrecking my brain, and I'm just not going to be able to keep up with it. I kind of have to be honest with myself. So because of that, the VR version of Monsta Choppa, it's dead. This is as far as it's gonna go, sadly, as I want to kind of keep my VR energy and skills towards my profession, as I kind of do have to prioritize that over my little silly indie games and YouTube channel. So I'm not abandoning it. Almost the entire thing will cross over into the PC build of the game, although the thing is that devlogs are going to slow down now, as it will take time to transition from like a VR controller system to like a third person or maybe first person. I'm not sure which I'm going to go with yet, but yeah, not abandoning, but I will have to transition to a standard PC game. So in the meantime, instead I'll be shifting my focus towards educational content on the channel, going for weekly tutorials, which I uploaded my first episode of last week, and I'm working on a course for intermediate, kind of like a tower defense to teach intermediate topics, which I've actually implemented in this game. I want to be able to teach people. So yeah, that's it. We'll be on hiatus. I don't know when the next devlog will be. I'm hoping at the latest it's a month, because I got a lot of work done in this last month, which you could see from the first episode to now, but that's because I was working on it pretty much every day, whereas now I only have some hours in the weekends. Anyways, if you've been following so far, thanks for sticking around. I'll be posting updates as always. Remember, join the Discord, subscribe, follow along. Any questions, ideas, let me know. And hopefully I'll see you again in episode 5, and it won't be too long. But for now, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.